Hi MMK 101 students. T3 assignment is on Yarra Valley Chocolate Tree and Ice Creamery, and we've got Leanne Nealon, Managing Director and owner of this beautiful chocolate factory. Hi Leanne, thank you for letting us come and speak to you today and giving your time and effort for our marketing students.
Very glad to help.
Can you please tell us a little bit about Yarra Valley Chocolate Tree and Ice Creamery?
Yes, sure. So I'm a third generation entrepreneur. My grandfather and father were also both entrepreneurs. So from the ripe old age of 18, straight from school, I had my first business. So this is actually business number 8 for me. And so I'd always been in the food industry and in Western Australia. And I could see an amazing opportunity over here in Victoria. There was a similar business in Western Australia of a chocolate business in a wine region, a family experience. So my husband and I looked in different places around Australia, even maybe overseas, to potentially do this concept, and kept coming back to the Yarra Valley. It had 4 million people on its doorstep, an amazing food and wine brand already, and it was in such a stunning location. So we sourced some land, went to the council, and we had some zoning difficulties, and we had to fight through there. And yes, in December 2012 we opened. We built 1,600 square metre building. We planted 500 fruit and nut trees on 40 acres, and yes, there was 1,200 people on day one, and now we have 800,000 people every year visit the chocolate tree.
What are the main products that you offer here?
So although people call us the chocolate factory, we're actually a tourist destination. So we market the experience. So it's everything from arriving, even though the suburbs, are slowly creeping over to the Yarra Valley, you certainly are, you get this beautiful rural experience when you arrive. So we're very generous in our offer. It's free entry, and we have these abundant free tasting bowls. So we love sharing our love of beautiful quality couverture chocolate. So there's free tastings. We also have all our kitchens on view through amazing windows. So our chocolatiers are from France and Belgium, and as well as some Australians learning the craft underneath them. We have a 200-seat cafe. We found very early that people wanted to extend their experience and to have a dining option. And here out in the Yarra Valley, there's really expensive, beautiful lunches with white tablecloths and beautiful wines, and quite expensive. And then there's the kind of pie at the downtown bakery. So we really met that in between. We don't have an alcohol license. Everything's under $20. So we feed over 250,000 people a year. So it is really popular. I know, I keep creating, so that's certainly what gets me out of bed every day, is creating new products. So I have a full-time creative manager that works beside me, and I'll see an opportunity, or I'll go to a trade show, or I'll see something in a supermarket, in a magazine, on television, and I'll think, wow, how can I make that ours? How can we improve it? How can we brand it? And so we would have, we've got thousands of different products, about 250 different ranges, and within those ranges there's all the different varieties. So yeah, it's a really creative space. We love it. Yeah.
What do you see as your competitive advantages?
Customer service is our number one priority, and we really are proud of that. My husband and I can build these amazing buildings, but it's our staff that make the magic happen every day. They're interacting with the customer, they're doing the tastings, the chocolate making classes, they're providing the lovely service in the cafe. We get incredibly busy, and it's very, very hard sometimes to be able to give that experience. So we keep investing in expansions and different experiences, so we make sure the customer does get that good service. Certainly the major investment, there's millions and millions of dollars to invest and build such a large tourist destination like this. And So there's also a lot of knowledge. It's like having 5 different businesses within one. You've got the chocolate manufacturing, which has got, you know, a lot of sourcing and buying from overseas and understanding that, and your staffing and your skilled chocolatiers. You've got all the quality assurance and packing department. So we have to design the packaging, we have to brand it, nutritional panels, allergen statements, you know, so there's all the behind the scenes of that, you know, all the artwork to design all that, buy it, store it, bring it in. Then we have the retail space, so we have to be able to display it in an amazing way. My favourite saying is stack it high and watch it fly. So everything is, lots and lots of different products for people to see. Then we've got our hospitality, which is our cafe offer that I was just talking about. And then we're on 40 acres, so we've got orchards, farmlands, wetlands. We've got, you know, animals, all sorts of things, and of course you've got your finance and your administration. So it's a complex business. So yeah, that is certainly, you know, someone you know, needs to be really savvy and bold and brave, like a true entrepreneurial spirit to take something like this on.
Who do you see as Yarra Valley Chocolatry and Ice Creamery's main competitors?
We certainly don't look at other chocolate businesses as a competitor. We actually look at them as colleagues, or you know, other companies that are teaching the consumer about beautiful quality chocolate. We all grew up on supermarket chocolate that's, you know, full of vegetable fats and additives, and so the downtown beautiful chocolatories are helping to spread our love of beautiful quality chocolate. So certainly not anybody in the chocolate industry. I suppose it would be that, you know, somebody else in the tourism business, but when you're in a location like the Yarra Valley, we actually all work so closely together. People will come to the chocolatry here, and then they might go to the wineries or out to lunch somewhere, or down to the beautiful Hillsville Sanctuary. So yeah, I suppose we don't really you know, believe that we do have a competitor. We're now the 2nd largest tourist destination in Victoria, so we're certainly getting our fair tranche of visitors every year.
And finally, let's talk about the vision. Where do you see yourself in 1 year, 5 years in the future?
So we have built a second one of these. The Great Ocean Road Chocolatry and Ice Creamery was built and opened in September 2016. So that's just 2 years old. And so that's in between Torquay and Anglesea. We built it 20% bigger than the Yarra Valley Chocolatry. And so we have some challenges down there. We've put a destination in a big tourist region. Everyone's going down to the 12 Apostles. There's 8 million tourists per year, but we're not in a food destination like the Yarra Valley. So we're certainly having to work a lot harder to draw our visitor down there. We had 450,000 visitors our first year, and we're just really slowly growing, whereas Yarra Valley just doubled and doubled and doubled. We've also recently purchased the Mornington Peninsula chocolates, which is a really small downtown offer. And so we take over that in November, and we're renovating it, rebranding it and reopening it on Boxing Day. So that will be a whole new business concept for us. It's a small shop in a small town, still with its own kitchen. We'll still make everything there. But yeah, so that's a really exciting ride. And then we would like to build, you know, the larger tourist destination in Mornington after we've got our foothold in the area. So we believe we'll then have a triangle of 3 different chocolatries within 200 kilometres, and once that model has been proven, then that can be taken to other parts around Australia and overseas, you know, over to America, Napa Valley. So yeah, the future is looking exciting.
Thank you, Leanne, for letting us come and spend time with you today and telling us about the beautiful products that you offer here at the Yarra Valley Chocolatry and Ice Creamery, and letting our students have a taste of what you've got here.